Honestly, I think that's what makes FireNight fun.
FireNight Battle Royale.
Probably the most mysterious thing on my channel. After 6 seasons and a promised chapter 2, FireNight just disappears. No mention of it ever again. There was the spin-off Fire Royale and now Echo Royale. Echo is my personal battle royale. But FireNight has been missing. I know probably a lot of people have been wondering exactly what happened to it, except for me and the creator, who know pretty much exactly what happened. FireNight was started, I can't even remember the date anymore, about 9 months ago, so around the end of 2021. These two, no, it's more like October, November 2021. These two people who had YouTube, these two friends who had YouTube, Chips and Maddox Games at the time. Me and my friend, who is the potato chip guy in some of the FireNight's thumbnails, and who is the other person in the trailers. He and me decided that we wanted to make this battle royale thing, and we decided that we were gonna do it. So the other person, Chips, had started before me when I didn't know about the battle royale being started. So he started, and then he kind of just told me about it, and I was like, okay, cool. So then we decided together that we were going to finish building and make a trailer. So after a while, we had been building and doing more stuff for the trailer, and we finally say, I think it's time to post this bad boy. So the first short on my channel was FireNight Season 1. And that's the beginning video that started off this whole video. So the beginning of the series, and then we saw a little glimpse of the end. FireNight is probably a very mysterious thing right now, so I'm gonna keep talking. So that was Season 1. So then I'm not gonna disclose a lot about the storyline, because frankly, 1, I don't remember, and 2, I don't think my friend I'll tell y'all in a minute what happened. I don't think he would want me disclosing most of the storyline. But, so Linus, the main villain of this series, who we see past Season 3 in most of the trailers, Season 3 and past, for the storyline trailer. And after that, but Season 1 and Season 2, we don't really see him, but people mention him. The gnomes mention him once, and the LOS is created in Season 2. And that's also when the gnomes' whole storyline started. Basically, they were the people here before the people got here, before the other people got here. And basically, they were the people that made Happy Huts, a POI that was brought back in Season 2, or Season 1, I don't remember. I think it was Season 2. And, well, I'm guessing a couple people were confused about how we put the text, the return of Happy Huts, and we were like crying. It's because FireNight actually had a beta mode, or well, a mode before we decided to release trailers. and stuff. Season 0, which was beta, had happy huts in the middle, had a swamp area over here. We had I think we were gonna do a volcano, and we had the castle still up there. And yeah, it was before we actually decided to make it into a real battle royale. So we kind of were just playing around then, but now it's turned into a 6-season long franchise, and probably the biggest mystery on my YouTube. Now we get to talk about season 3, the one that really kicked off the whole storyline, with Linus becoming the big villain. And season 3 was really the plot line of season 3 that led up to the end event, and which really led up to the disappearance of FireNight from my YouTube. Season 3 had started the whole Linus storyline arc, which, is reasonably just, normal. So season 3 had started the storyline off really as this mysterious island which had been corrupted. Season 3 had started I can't explain it. Season 3 started a lot of plot lines and story, which I don't have very fond memory of, sadly. But all I really do remember is season 3 really started the Linus storyline. That's all I really remember. In the developers' storyline, which I'll get more into them once I get into more of the ending of season 3 and the start of season 4, because they get more important as the storyline goes on. So during season 3's beginning, we were introduced to Linus and his minion at the end of the trailer, if I'm correct. That was season 3's trailer. If it wasn't, then I just took an oof. But I'm 90% sure that was season 3's trailer. We were introduced to Linus and his minion, who was just a person that lived in Hamilton huts, probably one of the biggest parts of the storyline. Can I not? Oh, it's because of the barrier. Okay, sorry, I was wondering why I couldn't place that. And yes, speaking of placing stuff, I am currently working on a remake of the season one of FireNight. So this is what you're seeing in the background. Yeah, so we kind of were just introduced to our main characters at this point, Linus and the gnomes and the developers. Now we cut to the season 3 gameplay, which was more near the end of season 3, but it was mid season 3. We see the developers' entrance because the LOS and the developers, they work together, but have fond relationships that kind of split off during the years. As I remember it, the developers were not really trustworthy of the LOS, which the LOS are the people that are saving the island. So Echo also has the LOS of part of the storyline, and so does the new. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it because my friend Chips, or now Austin's on YT, he is making a new BR2. So hold on, I'll be right back. For that little cut, I'm back. So the big plot line starting up season 3, or ending season 3 and starting season 4, is the first mention of the developers. So at that point, we had been talking about this storyline for a long time, and we decided it was time to mention the developers, because back in season 2, Chips had pulled me into a Google Doc and he had explained the entire storyline to me, because I had not known anything at that point. So he explains the entire storyline to me, and now we decide that we want to make the developers' big debut. So we do, and well, it's just a part of the dialogue. They were mentioned for a quick paragraph which I read out loud in season 3's gameplay video, or season 4's gameplay video. I really don't know. Like, honestly, I don't remember. Yes, I had to go through some of the videos to watch to get the clips, but I didn't watch the entire video. I'm sorry. So this is our lake. Okay. So basically, now the storyline had started its big peak, and Linus was first introduced in the season 3 trailer. And okay, yeah, that was a recap. And then the developers were mentioned at the end of season 3. That was the big recap of the entire storyline so far. And then season 4 comes around. Nothing really interesting happens here besides the LOS getting their huge base on top of this island, on top of this mountain up here. And that's really it. The LOS is kind of testing prisoners they've captured that they say they've collaborated with Linus. And yeah. And basically, we kind of just went off from storyline there. Season 5 was the big no-no, where Linus had arrived onto the island with his whole army. A huge crater was around the sky zone, and it hit on top of that island, and the LOS base got covered back up, and it was destroyed. It got blown up, and yeah, a big bad happened. The LOS base was destroyed, and now the LOS had nowhere to go besides the developers. So this wasn't mentioned, but season 5 was supposed to be the season where the developers were introduced. But we didn't do that at that point. And then season 6 came around. We had decided that chapter 1 was over and season 6 was going to be the last season. I didn't really know how I felt about this, but it was my friend's BRs, and he didn't have the camera. He wasn't able to record the trailers, so they came out on my channel. So we kind of we had to agree on things and disagree on things. I didn't really know what I felt about everything going on, but I didn't mind it. I didn't really mind it. So the season 6 came around, and boom boom, everything happened. Season 6 was the big fight. So Linus was he set up a bunch of, and then we skipped to the, okay. I can't talk right now. Okay. So Linus had set everything up. It was a setup. It was a big setup. The entire army was distracting the islanders while Linus and his like main peeps kind of just were like, haha, we just distracted them, so now we can plant bombs on the island, which they did, and kind of just flopped all of us over with. So it was kind of a big oof for everybody because the season 6 island had got blown up and we were sent into this like big black hole, and then it was over. We had started work on chapter 2 or season 7. It doesn't matter what you call it because, you know, both answers are right. But then something came up. Arguments about the filming rights. Because at this point, Chips had started to really get up his YouTube game. So he wanted to kind of just do it all by himself now. Like, not all by himself, but like he wanted to kind of do the filming rights. And then we kind of just, everything snapped. So then we couldn't agree on when or who was going to drop the trailer. And then something else, which personally affected us, I'm not going to get into, happened. So we kind of just split up. And yeah, that was kind of the mystery behind why FireNight kind of just disappeared off the face of my YouTube channel. Although that isn't the complete story, it's really just what happened. And I know I'm not going to go into detail on exactly what that last thing was about or everything else because I want to bring back FireNight. And yeah, it's gonna be good. Hopefully we can bring it back. Because I'm building season 1 and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Goodbye.